Alright, y'all. It's Father's Day. And, as we gotta put what I like to call put our family tree on a hill, right? Take it out of the forest and put it up on a hill. That's what I'm about. That's my goal. That's my why. That's why I get up in the morning. It's because I, as a father, want to take my family tree out the forest and put it up on a hill. That's what I've been working on for a long time, over 10 years. I got a daughter, she's 9 years old. I got a son, he's 4 years old. And started out as a foster kid. Both my parents were drug addicts. My dad was in jail. Got locked up when I was 1 or 2. And he tried to rob a gun store. And then he got locked up again when I was 11. We had to leave our apartment, move to the hood with my uncle. He was a drug dealer / drug addict. We were all living in one apartment. Then we went to a shelter, bounced around shelter to shelter. And eventually my mother signed us over into state custody, and I became a foster kid at the age of 12. I had a little brother, little sister. Same deal happened to them. My little brother got adopted. My little sister bounced around in foster care. Been through some bad homes, things like that. Fell in with the wrong crowd. Wanted to be a gangster for however long. Was tricked out of opportunities. And never really had any confidence in myself. Just false bravado, and never really had a sense of self. So I had to pretend, And so I was always, as they call it, where when I grew up, jumping out the window. Trying to be loyal to my friends, extra loyal, fighting for them, getting into fights, trying to show, I don't even know what to call it, that I was gangster, that I was confident, had ego, knew who I was, when in reality I didn't, man. Didn't know much about the world. I was easily tricked into conspiracy theories. I fell into a cult when I was around 20 years old, Nation of Islam. I had a bunch of, things I wasn't proud of that I did, and I wanted to blame somebody else. And so in the Nation of Islam, they blame white people, and I thought that was the reason why I was in my situation, when in reality the people that helped me most were white people. So I was caught up in that for a while, man, and thank God I got out of that. I was saved from really falling into the cult. And I hope all of you don't fall into cults and believe these people who try to act like they know so much, and are deceptive, man. And there were a lot of deceptive people putting on a front, putting on an act. And And, you know, not having a father and a mother, I was easily, you know, fooled. I was easily fooled. And so, you know, being young, I left the hood where I grew up, you know, Holyoke, Springfield, Massachusetts, bounced around foster home to foster home. But when I was 23, 24, I left, went to stay with my mother, started all over in a pretty decent town, and got a second chance at life. I was sleeping on her couch, walking 2 miles to work, 2 miles home from work, making like $400 a week or something like that, maybe less. And you know, I found my children's mother, and we went through a lot of growing together, tough times, growing pains, I guess you would call it. But I never gave up, man. I always tried to get better, and I think that's something that's really important, is to keep trying to get better. Any little improvement on yourself, you know, be humble and know that you don't know it all, and try to get better every day. Don't settle for, you know, an easy job. Challenge yourself. And so recently this year I had goals, you know, to get a $10,000 check. My other goal is to bench 250 pounds. My other goal is to weigh 180. And recently I've been, you know, losing sight of those goals, getting a little soft on myself. And I did hit the $10,000 check. I actually made $11,000 in one check from my previous job. And I left that job, man, and I probably shouldn't have left that job. You know, I was driving an hour and a half there and an hour and a half back every day, and it was getting to me. But it was the best money I ever made in my life, and I left it for something closer. Now I'm driving 35 minutes to and from work at my new gig, but it's not all it's cracked up to be, man. It's a lot more work, and I'm concerned that I'm not going to make as much money as I was making. And, you know, I'm holding that against myself right now, because it's not just me that I'm doing all this for. I'm getting better. I took a step forward, was making the most money I made in my life. And now, you know, I took a step back because I didn't want to drive an hour and a half to work, an hour and a half from work. And now it's going to be harder for me to get my kids the things that they want. And so, you know, but I'm not going to stop moving forward. I am a little upset at myself about that, but there's other opportunities I can get. I won't stop moving forward, man. That's the thing. I won't stop trying to progress. So right now I'm at a little setback, but I can't beat myself up about it, man. I just have to keep going, and the money will come, you know. And I wanted to make this little introduction video and get it out the way. I've been wanting to do a YouTube channel for a long time. I got a bunch of topics I want to discuss, man, just from life, you know. I'm about to be 36 in October, and there's a lot that I learned and I've been through, man, starting from the bottom, man, and being able to see the world from a bird's eye view and look back at my life from a bird's eye view. You know, hindsight is 20/20, and I believe I have a lot to share, man. I hope you guys are interested in what I have to share. So I wanted to give you a little, you know, brief introduction of who I am. You know, the goals of this channel, that I'm creating is just gonna be, you know, my perspective on things. There's a lot that I'm into and I keep up with, you know, whether it be sports. The least of things is the sports, but you know, religion, history, current events, physical well-being and health and working out, financial freedom, Bitcoin, parenting, relationship challenges. I want to talk about it all. I might break it up into different channels, but I got to get started, man. I got to do it. I think about it all the time. So this is me doing it, man. I'm gonna get my kids set up with streaming their VRs so that they can, you know, build a following and do what they love to do. And yeah, man, this is me hitting the gym consistently. I just think right now, the time we're at in the world, man, it's a very, very different time. I don't think anybody's seen us getting to where we're at with technology, AI, drones, the wars. You know, they're killing people with drones now, man. Killing people with drones. You know, people had their hopes up with Trump, thinking he was gonna save us all. Kash Patel, the director of the FBI, saying that Epstein killed himself now. It's not looking good, you know. We're being taxed to hell. Inflation is ridiculous. Interest rates are ridiculous. Everything is so expensive now. We gotta formulate a plan to get out of this matrix, man. We have to get out. You know, a lot of people are putting hope in Bitcoin. I like Bitcoin a lot, actually. Trying to get me some more of that stuff. The rate of inflation, man, is killing our savings, killing our 401ks, our retirement. You know, the money we get isn't worth anything anymore, man. And it's only gonna get worse because they keep printing money. Gas is gonna go up because Israel's at war with Iran now. I got bills piling up. This new job isn't paying what it's supposed to pay. And we're gonna figure it out, man. I'm gonna take you guys on the ride with me. Hopefully, hopefully I blow up and get rich off of this, right? But that's not the goal, man. I just want to reach like-minded people. You know, going through YouTube, I see that there's people out there, like-minded people out there for everybody. All these different type of people in the world, and there's like-minded people. They end up, you know, resonating with somebody. So hopefully my videos will resonate with people. You know, that's the goal. So I thank you guys for listening to the introduction. I'll go deeper into different topics I brought up in this video here, and let me know what you would like me to talk about based on, you know, what I've said so far. Please like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Stay in tune, and God bless you. Thank you.